5:30, we're working developing news on a heartbreaking murder case. A trial is underway today for Luis Gonzalez, one of several men accused in the killing of a 12-year-old girl in Providence last year. Today in court, family members of the victim gave emotional testimony. Eyewitness News reporter Todd Wallace joins us now live at the courthouse with the developing news.
And Shannon, 2 police officers and a co-conspirator who's already pled guilty took the stand for the prosecution today, but none were as compelling as the heartbreaking testimony of the woman who hosted the party where 12-year-old Aynis Vargas was shot and killed.
Ms. Tineo, I'm showing you a photograph.
1 year later, and just looking at the picture of 12-year-old Aynis Vargas still moves Vilma Tineo to tears. Vargas was shot to death during a graduation party Tineo had for her daughter Angeline at their apartment in Hartford Avenue on June 15th of last year. 23-year-old Luis Gonzalez is on trial for murder in the young girl's death. Tineo describes the horror of that night.
And I got up from the ground screaming to everyone that Aynis was not getting up from the ground.
Tineo is one of 3 women who was injured. Assistant Attorney General Stacey Veroni says the shooting is the result of an ongoing feud between rival gangs. She says 22-year-old Brandon Castro fired the shots, but Gonzalez is just as responsible.
You're going to hear that he directed Brandon Blaze Castro on how to use that gun.
Castro was sentenced to life in prison. Tineo was clearly still shaken by the memory of the lifeless body of a 12-year-old girl.
I went inside apartment number 3 screaming to Lucy, "Your daughter doesn't move, your daughter doesn't move."
And Vilma Tineo was so overcome with emotion that she was unable to continue her testimony. Her testimony is complete. There will be no cross-examination. Ricardo Vasquez, who pled guilty and has been sentenced to life in prison, will continue his testimony for the prosecution tomorrow. Reporting live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Todd Wallace, Eyewitness News.